guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a first impressions video for you guys. So if you would like to see the new things that I bought and what I'm putting on my face, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I did do a couple DIY products that I am going to try out. First one, I didn't have a squirt bottle, so I just used an empty bottle here. This is like a DIY primer water. And yeah, they kind of, you know, what is it? Pinterest usually helps out a lot with that. Let me get one of my cotton rounds while I am shaking everything that I'm doing right now. And I'm just going to put a little bit on a cotton round. Now they do suggest obviously a squirt bottle, but I didn't have one. So I'm just going to put this all over my face. Now, basically the only thing this is, it's honestly, it's really easy. It's just 1 part glycerin to 3 parts water. So I thought I would try this and see if this, you know, works better than any ordinary primer. Alright. So that should be on. And I did already wash my face and tone and da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so next thing I am going to start with is Me Eyes. And what I'm going to be using is the Tarte Tartelette in Bloom palette. Oh. Okay, the first thing I'm going to use, I already own this. I just didn't buy a new eyeshadow primer. And this one's the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my eyes. Alright. Next thing I am going to do is I'm going to take my flat shadow brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going to dip it into the shade Charmer right here, this cream matte shade, and it's going to go all over my eyes just to set the primer, and it gives me a blank canvas to work on. There we go. Definitely looks white from here. Okay, next thing I'm going to go in with, this is the Morphe M52 brush. It's basically just a fluffy crease brush. And I am going to first go in to the shade Jet Setter. It's this matte medium brown here. I'm just going to put it in my crease. Just like with any eyeshadow, I always, you know, tap off my brush a couple times. You can always go in, but you can never subtract. It's the same thing with cooking. You can always add, but you cannot subtract. And I basically just do it in a windshield wiper motion, just to go in my crease. Nothing special. On my one day off, I'm putting on makeup. It's funny, I don't even put on makeup when I go to work anymore. Like, the only thing I probably wear is just like a little bit of mascara, and that's about it. So, I usually only put makeup on if I'm going to church or if I'm going out. And that's about it. Alright. Alright, there's that. Just a little windshield wiper motion. Alright. And I guess to deepen my outer V, I'm going to use the brush. This is Morphe E36. And I am going to use the shade, I don't want to go necessarily that dark, but the shade Activist here, that's the shade I'm going to use. It looks really dark, but I think my lighting is a little off. And see, I always use the pencil, this brush just to kind of put it on there. And then I go and use another brush to blend it out. Which I'm going to be using the E22. Which is just, it's almost like a fluffy crease brush. And another reason why I always do my eyes first is so if I get eyeshadow down here, I didn't just mess up my eyeshadow look. So that's always a plus. When I was in high school and just starting off with makeup, that's the first thing I would do is put on my foundation. Granted, back then, I don't think we didn't have, I don't remember when YouTube came out, but I know for a fact, I didn't watch YouTube. We basically just winged it. That's pretty much all I'm going to do. I might put a, you know what, I'm going to put a light little shimmery shade in there. I'm going to use the shade Funny Girl right here. I'm going to put that on my lid. I'm going to just use my Real Techniques flat shadow brush, a little bit of setting spray. This is also a DIY. I'll explain that one when I get to it. It's all simple eyelid. Alright. Yeah, actually looks pretty good. I do. I'm just going to take these makeup remover towelettes. These ones are new. I usually get just the original ones. These are the Equate ones. These are the refreshing cleansing towelettes. They smell like the e.l.f. ones. And I love the e.l.f. Love. So basically the only thing I did was I used a makeup wipe just to clean up right down on the bottom. Next thing I'm going to do is I am going to use a foundation. Now I'm kind of stuck on which one I want to use. I think I figured it out. I'm going to try out the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. I've seen so many ladies already review this on YouTube. I haven't watched them because I wanted to do my own trial and error on this. So basically, let me see, it says it's a foundation with vitamins plus broad spectrum SPF 20. I got the shade 705 in Ivory. I can tell you this, from what I caught, this bad boy was sold out quick. Like, this just came into my local Walmart maybe a couple days ago. So, this must be either really well loved or very, very much hyped on YouTube. So, it does come with pump. I'm just going to put a little bit. If I can unlock the thing. A little bit on my hand. And let's see. I haven't decided whether I wanted to use a beauty blender or a brush. I may do half and half. I'm just going to use the one that I brought over here. This is the Morphe G36. I'm going to use this side for the brush. And does this say? It says it's a lightweight, full coverage makeup. This formula hydrates and includes a complex of SPF 20, vitamins, and an antioxidant. And it's supposed to be oil-free. Now, I can tell you now this is not full coverage. Or at least not on one round, like at all. You can still see a little bit of my redness, and you can definitely see my freckles. I don't mind the freckles, but I don't like when they say it's full coverage when it's really not. I'm trying to debate if I even want to try and build this, but we shall see what happens. And see, I don't even like trying to build it up because I always end up putting concealer on and everything. But let's see if we can get it to full coverage. Alright, so I don't know. I mean, it's full coverage for me, I guess. But to be perfectly honest, I don't know if this would be full coverage for everybody. And I'm being straight up. Because a lot of people, you know, a lot of people have, you know, imperfections. I'm not saying I'm perfect, because let me tell you, I got imperfections everywhere. But a lot of people have like major acne, and you know, a lot of foundations just don't cover it up. So let's try this. I'm going to blend this one out with a beauty blender. Now usually with a sponge it is going to take up some of the product, so you may have to go in also with a second layer. As you can tell, I have the zit like right here, which sucks. One of them red ones that's just like, yes, I'm going to come out and I'm going to bother you. I wish I could be like Marge Simpson on the Simpsons episode where she's getting she's getting married again, and she had a zit on her face and she's like, not today, and she squeezes, she like does one of these and like the pimple gets scared and goes back into her face. I'd love to see if I could, you know, I'd love to be able to do. Okay, so firsthand, I like the Beauty Blender side better. To me, it feels like it's more blended than what it is on this side. But what I'm going to do to try and even it out, and I'm going to go in with a second layer. I don't like that because this was like $10. So putting in like 3 or 4 pumps on your face, to me, is like a waste. Yeah, I would not consider this full coverage, like at all. I'm looking in the mirror and I can still see my zit that's hanging out right here. I did do 2 layers. Like I said, I actually really think the Beauty Blender side looks better. It looks more even. It doesn't look, you know, cakey. But I can tell you now, just lightly dabbing, it is sticky. So I would almost suggest setting this with a powder. I usually don't set my entire face with a powder per se, but I have a feeling I'm going to need to with this foundation. And I didn't buy a new concealer, but I am going to use this one. This is my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Eraser, and this is in the shade Fair. I'm just going to go underneath my eyes. I apologize, my light keeps changing. The weather outside just doesn't know what it wants to do. I woke up this morning, it was pretty and sunny, and right before I was going to go to the beach, it started pouring. Which sucks. Because that means I had to cancel my trip to the beach on my 1 day off. Needless to say, I wasn't happy with that. Alright. New product. This is the Revlon ColorStay Pressed Powder. This is in the shade 880 Translucent. Now, I did also purchase the Revlon ColorStay combination to oily foundation in the shade, what was this? 110 Ivory. I didn't try that one out because I have tried that and I do like it. I'll be doing a review on that soon. But I haven't tried out the powder. So I'm going to use it to set everywhere I put concealer and probably everywhere where that foundation is, because I'm still feeling my face. Alright. Powder's done. Alright. I might want to finish up my eyeballs, so my nose is itching. I feel like I got little hairs like all over my nose. It's allergy season for me, people, and it's hit hard. Okay, to finish up my eyes, mascara. Now, this bad boy right here has been really, really hyped up on YouTube, and I can see why. It does look similar to Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, but this is actually the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara. Now I have opened it because you know me, I like seeing, you know, the wand and, you know, what kind of formula it is, and let me tell you, I'm actually quite happy just on that alone. So the brush does look similar to the Too Faced. That's what it looks like, and it is a wet formula. I did get the waterproof version just because where I work at, I need waterproof like everything. I work behind a broiler that is like 115, 120 degrees, and it's bad. So I'm gonna apply this to my upper lashes. So far, I like the mascara. I can't think of one bad thing about it right now. And let me tell you, it's saving you. Let me see. I think the Too Faced mascara, I think it's like $23, and that one I think was like $8.99. So, to be honest, I'm quite happy. And see, I didn't like the original Too Faced mascara, to be honest with you. The wand to me was way too big. Now, I like wet formulas, but that one just seemed, I can't tell you whether it was necessarily the formula or the brush, because it seems like no matter how I tried to apply it, either the bristles would kind of start to go in, like it didn't feel like a regular wand, and then I would get it everywhere. Now I will tell you this, to me the mascara, once it's applied, it dries pretty quickly. So if you're going to try and do 2 coats, you need to go back right away. So yeah, I really do like the mascara. It's actually really, really nice. Okay, next thing I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do a little bit of bronzer, guys. I know, that's why we're raining, because I wanted to do bronzer. So I got the Cheek Parade from Benefit. I got this from eBay. That video I think will come out before this one, so I'll link it in the eye so you guys can check that out. It looks, I'm trying to do this and not break the thing. Looks like this. And it has the California, the Hula Light, Dandelion, and Rockateur. Now, I'm going to use the Hula Light because I can tell you this, the original Hula is way too dark for me. So, I'm actually going to try and attempt this. I'm dropping things all over the place. Let's see. I don't know which brush I want to use. Alright, I'm just going to go with my angled brush. It's from Morphe. It's the E4. I'm just going to go into the Hula Light. And they say it isn't very pigmented, and they're like, it's for very fair skin tones. Honey, I am fair. So, let's see. Ooh. So far, it looks good for me. So far, I actually really like this shade. I don't like the fact that my light keeps changing, but I like this shade. Ooh. Woo! Awesome sauce. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, anyway. Okay, I think I'm going to try the Dandelion on the apples of my cheeks and then kind of blend Rockateur on top. Actually, let me see. That's California. That looks really, really bright. I don't know if I should go with a bright blush or a light blush. I think I'm going to try the light. We're going to go into Dandelion first. I'm not allergic to like the foundation or something. That'd be horrible. Okay, now Rockateur. Let's see. Whew. Well, I'm throwing brushes at myself. That's very nice. Ooh. I like that. I'm liking these. So pretty. Okay. Alright. I didn't pick out a highlighter. I guess I should have, huh? You know what? We're going to use this. I've had this one for a while. This is Physicians Formula Natural Nudes. It's the one that, like, fell out of the packet. Or the package. The package is cute. I'm going to use my Up and Up brush from Target. I'm basically going to swipe these two rows here. Alright, so that's, ooh, I like this. That is strong highlighting. Okay. Before I do my lips, the DIY setting spray. So the only thing this has got in it is aloe vera gel. It's got 1 part aloe vera gel, 1 part witch hazel, and I want to say maybe a tablespoon or 2 of glycerin. And then 3 parts water. So that's what's in this bottle here. That's why it's green. Make sure you always shake this up because, you know, I noticed the aloe vera gel just kind of, it'll sit at the bottom. So, oh, and so you know, the water I actually used in here was rose water. I got it from Rite Aid before I left, and I love that stuff. I hate that I don't have a Rite Aid near me anymore. It is very, very a refreshing spray. Okay. Last thing I'm putting on is this right here. This is from CoverGirl. This is their Melting Pout. This is in 110. It just says 110. And this is their Gel Liquid Lipstick. And I did swatch it. That's why it looks like that. I did swatch it. I'm not gonna lie. Well, let's see what this is gonna look like, shall we? Like I said, with the lighting makes it look great, but it's not. It's a light pink. But it does go matte. I can see I have a little bit of shine in the center of my lips. Now this doesn't say whether it's transfer proof or any of that other. It probably isn't, to be honest with you. But I don't know if it's gonna dry completely matte. But this is my final look. So far, I really like a lot of this. I think the only thing I didn't necessarily care for too much, I'm not going to lie, is going to be this foundation here. To use 4 pumps to get like full coverage, I think is ridiculous. For $10, could you imagine how quick this is gonna go? Like, I mean, I'll check back, like, I'll like update you guys and let you know how this wears throughout the day, but I can tell you this, unless this thing lasts all day, it's waterproof, it doesn't melt off, then maybe I'll consider it. But as of right now, I think that's the only thing I'm iffy on. Everything else actually looks pretty nice. I cannot complain. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.